everyone. This is your Forest University professor. We're going to take a very crucial. We're going to take a look at a very crucial procedure that's important for you to be able to actually use QuickView. It is getting market data to put into the QuickView, and we're going. It's pretty basic, very simple, but it's something that needs to be covered nevertheless. So let's take a look real quick at how we do that. Of course, here's our QuickView. And this is where we enter in the date, the open, the high, the low, and the close. Now you can do that manually where you simply find the data online for your currency pair. You could do this at finance.yahoo.com and then look under the Forex and find that. Now, however, a simple way of doing it is to just simply, or you could get it from your broker, put it in. However you do it, uh, it's up to you as long as the data is reliable. I found the best way to do it is to use the Alpari from the United Kingdom, and I'll tell you why in a minute, MetaTrader. And I use their brokerage and their software, their MetaTrader software, because it allows me to put this data in very easily and very quickly, and I don't have to dilly-dally around with every individual column. And back to the reason why I use them because they're in the United Kingdom is because that is the central location where the foreign currency exchange market ends and begins. It's based on their time frame in London. We'll leave that as it is. Now, let's take a look at getting the data first. Here, this is the chart for, this is the yen, but it doesn't matter. Really what you're doing is simply getting the data for the day. So you go to the tools menu. I'm not sure if I even have that in my screen. Let me get it a little bit down in here. There we go. All right, I go to my tools menu and I click History Center, or you could click the F2 button on your computer. This window pops up, and I generally like to start from the bottom up because it's a lot easier. I don't have to do a lot of scrolling. I start with my yen. I double click to open it up. Then I go to the daily. I click on it, and then I click on it twice. Sometimes you have to click on it twice again depending on the day, because sometimes you click on it twice and the data has not updated itself. So as a general rule, I click it twice 2 times just to be on the safe side. The next thing you want to do is export, and you'll have it set to go to, I've got it set it weekly right now. You want it to go to your daily. You want to set up some folders, you know, like the history folder, and inside of that history folder you would put US daily, because you underneath history, you know, you have weeklies that you might want to do or some other thing. So you set that up according to what's good for you, but I do it this way. So you have the folder that you want this to always go to. Set that up. Once you do it, you don't have to really worry about it anymore. Then I grab the data from the, well, it's already there, the US dollar, JPY, Japanese yen. And I'll just click save. It's going to say it's already exists. Would you like to place it? Of course, because yesterday I did the same thing. I dropped this file into the folder, and now I need to update it. So yes, I say yes. And I do that with all of the pairs. So I work my way up to the dollar franc, open it up, I double click, go down to the daily, double click, then I export. And of course, now it's going to go back to my US daily now because that's where I did it last, right? And I just click save, and yes. Another way of doing it, when you open up and you get your data for the day, and as opposed to clicking, you can also hit Alt X, the Alt key and the X key, then Alt S for save, and then Alt Y. and it does the same thing. For me, I do it that way because I do it so much quicker. Watch here. I'm going to do it on the Kiwi dollar. Now, I'm going to start XSY. Bam. I didn't have to go through as much. Now I'm going to do the pound, and I'm going to do it with the clicking, and you'll see how much longer it takes. I have to move the mouse to save, and then I have to move the yes. I don't know. For me, it's just easier when I just simply go XSY with the Alt key, of course. And my last pair for my majors is the Aussie dollar. And then I close it because I don't need it anymore. Then I can move over to my QuickView, grab my Australian dollar here, make sure that the cell is selected at the very last date that has not been filled in yet, okay? Then what I'm going to do, depending on how you do it, basically you just simply want to open, and then of course you would go to wherever your folder is where you keep this data, and it's going to be in a what is that? That's the wrong folder. There we go. And then I choose it. Now, this is a big, long piece of information. It goes all the way back to 2000. Well, we're all the way up 14 years later. The quickest way to get to the end of the row where we want to be, instead of scrolling all this way, we're going to simply hold the control key and the end key, E-N-D, the end key. You've got an end key, you've got a home key, okay? You want control end. Bam, it takes you to the very last cell right away. Then we leave this row alone over here. This row right here, we leave alone. We grab from this point on over to our date of 0805. We copy it. Now the quickest way is to copy it is to Control C. See, it's the dotted line there. Then we Alt Tab to get back to the QuickView, which is the next program that we just left. Then, very important here, do not simply paste the information. You only want to put in the data as what is it called? Well, it's the Alt key, then the E. Okay. Then you hit S without the Alt key. You just tap S, and then you tap V for values. You see where it turns to values here, and then you hit Enter or you click OK. The data is pasted in. So we're only pasting in values. We don't want any formatting. We don't want anything other than just simply the values that we took. Now, we have to get rid of these three because they are irrelevant right now because the market hasn't really made any movement and we don't need it. And besides, this close right here is messing up everything because it's giving us something down here that is totally useless, unusable. We don't want to confuse ourselves. So let's get rid of these three. We're getting rid of the high, the low, and the close. We're leaving the open there. It's good. It's significant. Oops, hit the wrong button. Cancel or delete. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so we do that with all of the pairs. So we go over to the euro. We select the date that we've just finished. Make sure it's selected. Then we open up where we keep our data, select the proper data for the proper pair, Control and N, get us to the bottom. Grab the data, the most recent data, up to the date that we just finished, because this is what we really want right here. We are Control C to copy it, Alt Tab to go back to QuickView, then the Alt key plus E. then the S and the V, and enter. There we go. We've got our data in here. Now we delete the high, low, and close because we don't need it. And we're ready for the euro now. And we just go all the way through our pairs to do that. And that's it. That's how we get the data into QuickView easily and quickly without a lot of punching numbers and so forth. Just grab that data and we put it in here. And that's it. So that's how we get the data into our QuickView very efficiently, easily, and reliably.